Welcome, everyone,
Thank you.
to the May 2022 Plan Commission meeting. And is today the 18th? Yes. Okay, my notes, okay. Let's see. I'm just looking for my agenda. We have so many pieces of paper here. We will do the roll call first.
Present.
Hudson.
Present.
Howard. Chair Miser.
Here?
Member Snyder.
Here.
Member Wacker.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. And also a new member. Tim, you didn't recognize him, is a new member.
I know, now I know who he is because he has grandkids too that I've talked to.
He seems to be a very popular fellow.
But you don't have a hat on. And I never knew your name.
Okay, the first item is approval of our meeting minutes of February 16th, 2022.
So move.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any corrections, additions? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes of the February 16th meeting, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The next item is a public hearing for an application to create a 3-lot minor subdivision at 900 6th Street North, containing 1.64 acre parcel, 1.71 acre parcel, and 1.87 parcel in the village north of Hudson. Before we go to public hearing, we'll just say a few things about it, just to let the public know maybe some more details and answer some questions. We've seen this before, and there are some changes from the last time we've talked about it. Bob, did you want to discuss, or just go up to the, and just explain what you're doing and what's different?
Don't we have to be in public?
We don't have to go in public yet. We're going to talk first, then we'll go to public.
Hi, I'm Pete Gartman with Real Land Surveying, representing Bob Bardell. This is his office, business park, out there on Cratley Lane on Highway 35. We applied for a variance, which we received for, I think it was minimum frontage and lot width, and there's certain things we needed to get. I can't remember what they were, but we received the variance, and now we're coming through with the certified survey map for final to be approved and then recorded. So if anybody's any questions from here.
And basically, the variance you got is the way you're laying out the lot 2 and lot 3, you'll be using the existing 2 entrances,
Oh, correct.
and there's easements now and they agreed, the board,
Yes. The access,
was it the zoning board?
Yeah, Board of Appeals, great.
yeah,
Okay, Board of Appeals gave you the variance to be able to
Correct.
use those 2 for access to your other 2 lots.
right, because of the hardship was, we couldn't get any access off of State Highway 35.
Yes.
And then there was no stackability on Cratley Lane, so there was very limited places for to access this property.
Okay. Before we go to the public hearing, any of the committee members have any questions? Okay. So, that being the case, this is a public hearing, so I'll move we go into public hearing.
Second.
Okay, is it all in favor of going into public? Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, we are in public hearing at 4 minutes after the hour. Does anyone from the public have any questions or comments? Please go up to the podium, introduce yourself, and ask whomever.
I'm Bree Tilton. This is my husband, Michael. We own property behind Dr. Bardell's land. So this would have a huge impact on our house. Right now it is woods behind us. It would become all office buildings. So we have a deck that's very close to the property line. It's now trees. It's going to become woods. Or it's now woods. It's going to become a parking lot, basically. So we're here to find out more because this is going to have significant impact on the value of our home and the privacy of our home. So I'd like to know if there's a timeline, and then also understand if there's going to be any kind of measures taken to help keep the residents that are impacted a little bit less impacted by it.
Okay, I'll have one of the 2 go up and explain what you're doing.
Well, basically, you know, the way it lays out, we're doing it in a fashion to keep it as nice to the neighbors as we can. Same thing for Jane Vega. as far as the way we laid out, the turnaround for the fire department, stuff like that. The setbacks are, it's own office commercial for 25 or 30 years or whatever it's been. So it's not like it should have been a surprise what's going to happen there. But right now, we don't have anybody who wants to build on it. But when they do a building permit and they want to build a building, you can have them put whatever trees you want on there or screening or whatever it might be that fits with a logical plan, type thing. But the reason I did this development and with having covenants is so that whatever we put up there is going to look nice with my building. Otherwise, anybody can come in there and put whatever they want on it. Whether it's condominium, they can do it close, you can do multiple buildings. So this is going to be much better for all the neighbors. And for, I don't know, I just think it's a nicer development than a condominium type of development would have been without the easement, say.
So there is room on lots 2 and 3 for a future builder to install some trees on the east boundary?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
There's an easement there for water and sewer, so, all the way through, or actually water in this case. The sewer is down a lot below
Okay.
stuff.
Anything else? Do you have anything else?
So with that, there's room, is there any kind of guarantee that there would be any kind of trees or fencing, or is it kind of just gonna depend whoever comes in if they decide, no, we don't want trees, we don't want fencing?
Whatever the village wants.
That's what the plan commission does?
Yeah.
So
They're the ones who decide
whoever
that.
comes in to build in the future would come to this commission.
Yeah.
And those are typically types of conditions we place.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, because that definitely is a real concern. I know it's commercial, but it is a real concern for residents. My home's not the only one that's gonna be impacted, so if there were some kind of trees or some kind of fencing, that helps. Another thing I thought of too is lighting. I mean, we have bedrooms that are right there. If there's office lights on during the night, that's a big impact. That would be helpful too.
What I can mention about the
Consideration, too.
plan commission, at least this particular one, because we're talking, this could be 10 years in the future. I ain't gonna be here in 10 years.
Me
But
either.
we always require downlighting
Okay.
so that the light isn't going up and
Yeah.
shining in your windows and things like that. We're very good about that.
I believe the village code talks about buffer zones between commercial and residential types of lighting, how big the buffer zone has to be, noise, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not familiar with that. Thank you, though.
But it's good that you ask
Yeah,
questions,
it's-
because now you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's great.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public?
Any questions?
Just capacity of these buildings is going to, so it could potentially.
You have to go up to the, sorry,
Okay.
we gotta follow protocol here, sorta. I'm not very protocol-y.
I'll just stand up for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of need a picture too. I'm not really getting my head around where this is. But
Could you say
you're,
your name, please?
oh, sorry, my name is Claire Kolbinger, and I live on Keystone Court.
I used to Jim Fraser there.
Not next to him, no, but that's the same deal, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Capacity and style, is there going to be any cohesiveness to this, or is it just depending upon who wants to build what?
Well, pretty much it's gonna be up to the village, what they're gonna allow there. It has to be an office commercial. It can't be something, like a McDonald's or anything like that.
Okay, so then that would be my question for you. Is there some sort of visual that you're intending on pursuing? Or is it just going to be up to the builder? I guess because the type and quality of a building, a business, can vary from a metal storage unit-ish thing to a nice brick building, like the dentist's office on the corner. So is there, do you have a plan for what you want to ask the buyers to erect?
Do you have an answer for that?
Well,
I can answer that.
yeah, I think a lot of that is I think you mentioned private covenants
Yeah.
that are gonna be in
I've got
place to protect
architectural
your.
covenants,
Yes.
all to protect my building from them putting up a steel building.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you're the person on the corner? Yes?
No, I'm the owner of the Bardell
Okay.
Dental there.
Yes,
Yeah. Is that what you're,
yes.
yes,
That's the corner to me.
okay.
And then I guess I need a bigger picture. I can't figure out where these lots are. Is it the grassy part in front of your building, the heart's next door, and then the next one?
It abuts against Vegas land right here. This is the Vegas corner right here.
Uh-huh.
And so their house, this is their driveway, this is the house, this is where it goes, and these are the 3 lots.
This is
He's gonna
you,
put covenants in it, he's gonna.
and this is your
present that
parking
to the
lot,
building
and this
board.
is how they're gonna
Because I haven't seen
access
that.
it.
Yes,
No, I
and they'll
haven't
have to
seen
back
Okay.
out, so they won't be
I
going
think
around this way.
all we
He's
can do is
as far
always,
as
he's
making
always said
traffic.
that he sort of wants to
They're gonna have to
duplicate
back
his
in and out of
building.
there?
No.
Oh,
they have to
okay.
So then all we
turn
can
in,
approve
go
tonight
back
is the
out.
CSM.
Same
I
way
see.
they came
And the
in.
next part is up to the village board.
Okay,
Okay.
I think. But I second your concern about having something between the commercial area and the businesses.
I'm sure
in
they'll
terms of-
request it at the
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
I mean, okay, I think,
Thank you.
But like I said, the reason I'm doing all this is I want to control what goes next to my building, because the people that wanted to build on there wanted to put up a steel building. And I told them no. I said, I want something that looks nice, and I'll have control over that at the time that I sell the lot.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the point I didn't quite understand at first is tonight, we're going to talk about your CSM, your
Yeah.
Certified Survey Map.
Yeah.
And if we so approve it, it'll go to the board. And when you come to the board, you're going to have your list of covenants and things like that.
Sure.
Okay. And that's where you'll put in
Yeah,
the
it'll be
protections.
That becomes part of the survey, I think, CSM, I think, my covenants, my just like I did with Crown Court when I developed that. Those houses all have to meet the architectural review.
And a lot of times, when you come through with a site plan approval, and that's, some of the comments that I have on here are related to those items. That's where some of these things about buffers, what the building's gonna look like, how the drainage is gonna work,
Yeah.
how the utilities are gonna connect to, that's when those things will come in play.
Okay. Anyone else from the public? Please.
Jane Betts, Keystone Court. I'm in the Ridges. That's why I heard about this. Had no idea before we got this letter. I guess I'm kind of speaking for others I've talked to in the association, why we got the letter, and I guess as an association, all members got it. I wish we could have a bigger map and it could explain this to us, what we're talking about. Where is the village, or where is this property connect some way to the association? Can anybody, what spot?
It doesn't abut with your land. No.
Oh, okay. We're just 200 feet from it, right? Okay. What was another question there? So I guess you kind of got that answered. So the building, I guess it sounded like these 3 lots were part of a, I don't have that letter up. What is it called? A building,
He has one big lot
subdivision.
now, and he wants a minor subdivision to make it into 3 lots.
Okay, so it's not, because see, this is what I heard. Somebody wants to build buildings that are similar to yours.
That's the whole.
Hope, so, and that would be nice, because so it's good to hear that, but it's hard to
And again,
see
what
that
he
here.
described earlier, it's zoned commercial, so it'll be a commercial type building, it won't be industrial, and it won't be a restaurant, or, it won't be a McDonald's. So there is some limitations on what you can put on that based on the zoning code.
It's actually office commercial.
Yeah, okay, didn't know that. The driveways, I guess I can kind of see, do you expect it to be any amount of traffic, or I suppose it depends on what's businesses are built there, will affect, a lot of traffic on Cratley in that area. Is that looking at?
I'm an office use, so you don't have a lot of volume with traffic.
Office use, okay.
It's just office use.
Oh, okay,
Normally it's
okay.
employees and maybe you'll have a couple customers a day coming in and out.
Oh, okay,
There's really
okay.
no traffic whatsoever.
So will there be parking areas with each of these buildings?
Correct.
Any other questions?
There's typically parking requirements that go along
Yep.
with,
Okay.
yeah, how many spots have to be provided.
So this is to a place where it's going to happen, it's just the planning committee and everything, what the final, how it will finally be built, as things will be done?
Basically, what they're just reviewing is the certified survey map, basically taking this parcel and breaking it up into 3 different lots. That's what the plan commission is looking at tonight. The other items will be future things that'll come in front of this committee, and that has to do with all the site plan, you know, stormwater management will be looked at, the utility connections, the parking, you know, how many stalls are gonna be provided, landscaping, all of those things. This is just for the certified survey map.
Like Claire said, we're having a trouble understanding this piece. Can you tell us where this, is it the part between you and the Vega property? Is that wooded strip? I mean, just so I can go back and tell people.
Okay.
Is it kind of that woodsy area between?
The northeast corner is right on Hart's land. You know where Jim Fraser has his?
Yeah, yeah.
If you went all the way down where it meets Crown Court's development, there's a kind of a woods in there.
Yeah, I think so.
That's Hart's land. And his little corner abuts on my corner. So it's quite a ways from anybody in.
Oh,
as
it's
far as
Hart's
concerns
land,
there.
okay. Okay, it's just, you know, people reading it and we get talking and I happen to get a copy and then they had all kinds of questions, so that's why I'm up here trying to tell. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from the public? Any others? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to come out of public hearing.
So moved.
Is there a second? Got a second? All in favor of coming out of public, signify by saying aye. Aye. We're out of public hearing at 18 minutes after the hour. Comments from the commission?
I would like to make one.
Yes.
Thank you, people that came up and talked and asked you questions. And Jane, just for your record, I'm not sure I understand this map either. So I think that's a legitimate thing if you get something like that in the mail and you look at it and you say, oh, what's this mean? So,
Gene?
thank you for your comments.
Gene, I'm an engineer. Before the meeting, I talked to the civil engineer and says, what's going on here?
See?
So, you're not alone.
We needed the
But this
aerial
could be,
picture.
Yeah, you needed an aerial picture, yeah.
before anything's.
And Rob would have had one.
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
did
it's-
before, I think.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Just
There won't be
And
construction.
just so you know, I believe this is the 3rd time Dr. Bardell has come here because he came up with a concept and then we talked about it and then he refined it. And now he had to get a variance on the access. And so this isn't, quick stuff. Yeah, it's hard work.
Once it's approved, he'll also, like you said, have to find somebody who wants to follow his covenants that he's gonna set aside to even be in the building there, so.
And then before they
That
build,
helps if timeline is a huge question.
then before they build it, they have to come here
So,
to
yeah.
make sure we like the way they're building it and what it looks like and
And
what
the
kind of
codes are all-
landscaping and
the
the
codes are all
codes are.
specific.
So it's not like he can say tomorrow, okay, I'll sell you this lot. It's a process.
Okay. That makes us feel better, thank
Really?
you.
Yep,
Good.
Very slow process.
that's what we do.
They probably want it faster, but we're happy to hear that.
Is there any other comments? If not, I will entertain a motion to approve the certified survey map.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I would like to add
Sure.
that,
Okay, it's not been seconded, so go ahead and keep
I would like
discussing.
to amend your motion to include the attachment of easements or covenants that go with the certified survey map when presented to the.
Oh, I thought
village
we'd
board.
catch, I thought that would be, the village board would do that. What is the answer on that?
I think what she's saying is that she would
Would
like to see
recommend, I'd like to
those.
see those
Oh,
Yeah.
with the village, at the village board before the village.
oh,
It should be presented as a package.
Well, then we don't have that package, so there's really,
No, but we heard that there were going to be covenants,
Okay.
so the plan by itself is fine, but attach the covenants to the board's presentation or documents.
okay. Do you approve of the
That-
amendment?
Sure.
Okay, is there a second to that?
Did you get that, Suzanne?
I'll second the amendment.
Thank you. Now discussion. So your motion would be to approve the certified survey map with,
With the recommendation that
Covenants.
the covenants be attached to the village board
package. Okay,
documents.
okay. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of the amendment, the motion as amended by Mary, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? It has passed. Thank you. Thank you all, folks, for coming.
We
For
should
coming.
close the public hearing.
Your son is very cute. How old is he?
Hey, we didn't move to
You don't
adjourn.
have to stay.
Like, one, that's what I was guessing, so. Any- anyone
No, not
without
yet,
a move?
but the folks are leaving. The folks are leaving.
I have.
Is there any other routine business?
Grandkids. Oh, wow. So.
Gene, I would entertain a motion for
So
adjournment.
moved.
Is there a second? For adjournment? Okay, all in favor of adjournment, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. We can still talk.